Welcome to Suman iTTV, India's first and only exclusive IT channel truly dedicated to students, employees, and software professionals, where you can learn, unlearn new things, upgrade your skill set, educate, and empower yourself in IT enabled services. వెల్కమ్ టు సుమన్ ఐటీవీ టెక్ టాక్స్. ఈరోజు సిఇఓ సిరీస్లో మనం ప్రాస్పెరో డైనమిక్ సిఇఓ అండ్ ఫౌండర్ రితేష్ వేద్తో ఉన్నాం. సో ఈ రోజు ఈ టాపిక్లో మనం రోబోటిక్స్ గురించి తెలుసుకోబోతున్నాం. అసలు రోబోటిక్స్ ఫ్యూచర్ ఏంటి, దాంట్లో సాలరీస్ ఎలా ఉన్నాయి, అండ్ ఇంకా ఫ్యూచర్ ఎలా ఉండబోతుంది, ఇవన్నీ అడిగి తెలుసుకుందాం మనం. Hello Ritesh, welcome to our show. How are you?
Hi Jimmy, thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I'm good, thank you so much. So first of all, what is Prospero Dynamics doing in the city or in the Pan India? What services you are providing?
Well, Prospero Dynamics is a dynamic company with a team of passionate entrepreneurs and passionate people who are trying to change the world with its solutions. And I would term myself as a hybrid solution provider where we integrate artificial intelligence and robotics and transform the businesses and help evolve and empower the humans.
So how you're transforming the businesses?
We are transforming the businesses by automating a lot of tasks. We are addressing a lot of problems that a business has. Now, most of the business always has a problem of high operational cost, stability of work staff, inefficiency. So we are trying to help all these businesses by automating these solutions, these tasks with the help of robotics.
How many years you've been into the Prospero Dynamics, and how many branches you have? Who are your clients? Till now, how many clients you have?
Well, we are a startup company. It's been only 2 years that we are into the market. So my first year was completely into demonstration and proof of concept and understanding how the solutions are addressing the market problem. Then moving on there, we have evolved ourselves, and now we have got 50 plus clients on our portfolio. That includes clients from food and beverage, hospitality, events and catering, medical and healthcare, hospitals, airports. So our applications of the robot is pretty wide.
For the students, if anybody wants to come into the robotics, especially, what they need to study and how they can start the career?
Well, I would say it is a combination of a lot of platforms, but the core competency would be BTech, engineering in electrical, and engineering in mechanism as well, where and also the different languages like Python and native React and Google Android platforms. So these are the basic elements that every student must have to go if they are planning to make their career in robotics.
Is it necessary to be a techie student or an electronic student to get into the robotic industry?
Yes, it depends again. So if you're looking at the manufacturing side of the robotic industry, you definitely need to have the skills on your resume. If not, then you will have to target upon being a good salesman from the commerce backgrounds in terms of marketing and business development.
Now you have almost 58 companies, you are saying, right? How you are solving the problems of that company? Can you give a few examples?
Yeah, so for example, if I have to take a food and beverage, a restaurant industry, right now you know that restaurant market is pretty big and it is unorganized. Plus there is a huge competition that every restaurant faces. So for example, if I have to take Hyderabad, every week we have got one restaurant opening. So the challenge of the restaurant owners is, number one, the inefficiency and the stability of work staff. In a country like India, where availability of manpower is not a problem, but stability of a manpower is definitely a challenge, where we don't know whether my chef is going to come tomorrow or whether he'll go to a competitive restaurant who's paying him 1,000 rupees more. Number one problem is over there. Number two problem is, in terms of heavy days, the service staff is unable to fulfill the demands of the customer.
Yeah.
That is because they have to do a lot of running. Maybe out of 10 people, only 5 are available in the shift. The 5 have not come to the office or to the restaurant. The sufferer is the customer. The customer's wait time increase. Your food is not being delivered on the right time. You get cold food. And at the same time, the business also faces a lot of problem because there's a lot of wastage also happening over there. Customers right now, they go onto social media platform and they give a 1-star rating, 2-star rating. So all these are challenges which
Yeah.
are being addressed by the automation.
Mm.
So that is where the robotic plays a very major role in taking care of this, repetitive operational task, so that the service staff can actually stay focused on the needs of the customer and create that brand building and engagement with the business and the customer.
What kind of a suggestion or guidance you want to give to any of the students whoever want to get into the industry, or they have to know especially any coding or any technology, or they just can come inside?
No, ideally, you need to be well versed with technologies such as Python, or JavaScript, native React, and there are other coding platforms as well, which will definitely boost your profile if you're applying for a job in a robotic company. At the same time, you also need to be a good, engineering background from a BTech, because most of them are electronic components which you will be requiring to assemble when you take a part in the manufacturing robotic industry.
Can you please give us a few names where Prospero Dynamics is serving in the businesses?
Yeah, so one of our major clients is Vijeta Supermarkets.
Okay.
So in Vijeta, our robot is actually helping the business
Customers.
and customers
Okay.
to find a product, to help them with different offers. At the same time, if you see in supermarkets, always the price keeps on changing. You will miss out the offers. If there is a new product coming, how will you know? Unless and until you go to the product, you won't know whether you have to buy that or not. But the robot comes and keeps you, prompting, saying that this is new thing available. At the same time, if I have to stack up the new products, I have to use a manual trolley. But right now, my robot actually does that job, where I can keep a load of 100 kilos and I can stack the products
Okay.
in less than 15 minutes. So their manual process is taking 1 hour, whereas the automatic process is taking 15 minutes. At the same time, it provides a new experience altogether
To the customer,
to the customer.
they
So
will get
all that.
attraction and they'll come. They can. You mean,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah. So in the same case, if I have to talk about hospitals, so in hospitals, the biggest pain point is standing at the reception.
Yeah.
The receptionist will ask you, "Aapne file laya hai, give me your file," and you need to fill down everything. And always there's huge crowd, a lot of people around who's like waiting for their numbers. And once you fill up the file after 15 minutes, the reception said doctor is not available, he's gone for a round. You will have to wait another 30 minutes. At the same time, you don't know whether you have to stay, or whether you have to meet the doctor, or whether you go back home or change the hospital and go to some other consultant. Whereas this robot of yours is taking care of all these activities. It will make you seated, take your registration, let you know whether doctor is there or doctor is not there. But doctor is not there, then it will inform the doctor that this patient has come for consultation. Right. So all the non-surgical activities, it is helping. At the same time, as a patient, you're always required to have that running medicines and food and 24/7 surveillance by the nurses. So our robot actually takes care of all these activities, where it can use the elevator on its own, take the medicine, take the food, go to the patient, so that the nurses are pretty focused on the patient's need and not focusing khana aaya ya dawai ya nahi aayi.
We are talking all about the positive sides of the robotics and
Yes.
but what is the negative side? Is also there or not?
Yes. At the moment, the only negative side is the robot's size and shapes differs, and some businesses and some people think as an expense rather than taking as an investment. But our robots are not something like Chitty Babu, where anything can go wrong and it can destroy the human. But our robots are over here as a tool to help the humans and make our lives better.
And through Prospero Dynamics, no one is losing the jobs, right?
No, in fact, Prospero Dynamics is aiming to give more and more jobs and provide opportunities. In fact, majority of our employees are women employees. We put all our men employees on the back end and make them go onto the field, where all the women employees are the front end to the customer, interacting with them,
The floor,
helping
you
them.
mean?
Yes.
How is there any chances of integration between the IT with robotics?
I would say the answer is yes, because the new robots, the new generation of robots are evolving, as in it's based on an open source platform where you can enhance the robot by adding a lot of IT based solution and services. I can automate the entire office with the help of a robot. I can automate the entire home with the help of a robot. So the integration of IT and robotic hardware goes hand in hand.
Coming to the point of students, So if the students are coming, fresh graduates especially, if they want to come into the robotic industry,
Yeah.
they need to do especially robotic graduation background, or they come any other background of BTechs.
Definitely, engineering background is definitely required. Electrical engineering plays a very important role. At the same time, as I said, from the software development part, so there is hardware development component and software development. So, for people from the software part, as I just mentioned about those different languages,
Coding and all, they have to.
different technologies, they need to definitely go through this. So, in case if they want, if
They
they're
have to
looking
be in
for
a
a good,
strong knowledge
yes,
about
yes.
those.
In case if they are looking good positions in future, they can always apply to my company and other robotic companies also. And people who are into the engineering part, who would like to develop a robot, build a robot, they need to have good knowledge about electricals, and they need to have good knowledge about the mechanical aspects as well.
Prospero Dynamics is hiring any interns. How is the hiring process, and what you are looking when you are hiring any student or
Yeah.
any person? What
Yeah.
you are looking especially?
So number one, we are looking at commitment. Number two, we are looking at being passionate about the product and the solution. Number three, we are looking at people who could solve other people's problem. So as I say that we are not a product seller. We don't sell robots. We solve problems. We are a solution-based provider. So we want such people with three main core components, that passion,
Commitment
commitment,
and this is a solution
and
provider.
solution provider. Third is obviously, we will train, we will mold our fellow mates and our team member as per our requirement, and also make sure that his vision is aligned to our vision. But of course, when we talk about the core competencies and the skills, so these basic skills will be an added advantage for them to apply for in a good position in Prospero. Of course, sales and marketing being the strong pillars, I wouldn't want to ignore that profile as well. Business development, sales and marketing, good communication skills, being a good business development product manager. All these are the skills that will help you get a good job in any company.
So especially for the freshers, the package starts from where to and where they can reach in future.
I am not very sure on that, but if I have to talk about a range, they will start anyway from 5.5 lakhs, and based on the expertise, their knowledge, their experience, that can go anywhere up to 45 to 50 lakhs also.
So now you are saying almost 58 companies in 1 year itself you are giving services, right? So now Prospero Dynamics only in India, in Hyderabad, or anywhere else? How many branches?
So currently we have our headquarters based in Hyderabad, but we are providing services pan India.
Okay.
So we have
Any future plans to extend in
yes.
global?
So our go-to market strategy is, we want to be a market leader in the country, where we will be assigning a lot of networks and dealers across the country, and at the same time we'll be ensuring that we have a presence in every city by having our own experience store, where just like a car showroom, people can visit a robotic showroom and they can say, I want this robot to do a job for my home or for my office or for my business. So that is my aim and that is my goal. So next 3 years we are going pretty aggressive. We are also getting and inviting some investors on board who would help us in our growth and scale up our product as well. So next 3 years is going to be very crucial for us.
Especially this robotics and this new technologies, where you can see, I mean, in future, is there any development more than AI and of course, but in how many years it takes?
See, I would say the way world is evolving right now is like Hollywood movies, right? I'm personally passionate about a movie called Terminator. If you have seen Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, so he was a robot. He owns a bike, Harley Davidson. He wore a leather jacket. So I'm very passionate, and I have fulfilled all these three things. So I'm a passionate biker myself. I own a brand called Zeus Motorcycle Gear, which is my first business, which I just told that I'm a second time founder, where I protect motorcyclists from the road safety. Third, I also have a series of bikes myself, because being into the motorcycle industry, I need to get connected. And the reason why I'm saying Hollywood, because 15-20 years back, they have presumed that this is going to be how the world going to evolve. Even now, when you see everything is coming in life, you could see people flying by using those jets. You could see people are now inventing a motorcycle or a car which can actually fly, or which can actually go on to
Drones.
drones as well.
Yeah.
So this is coming. Robotics, AI is the future, and technology cannot stop evolving. So it is there. We are there.
Thank you so much, Ritesh.
Thank
You
you.
have given
My
a lot of
pleasure.
knowledge about the robotics
Thank you.
and other technologies also. Thanks
you.
a lot sharing your experience.
Thank you so much.
సో చూసాం కదండి, ఫ్యూచర్ మొత్తం రోబోటిక్స్ అండ్ ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ వీటి మీదనే ఉంటుంది అంటున్నారు రితేష్. సో మీకు కూడా రోబోటిక్స్ మీద రియల్లీ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ ఈ ఎపిసోడ్ చూసినట్లయితే మీరు ప్లీజ్ కామెంట్ చేయండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. స్టే ట్యూన్.